What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva. And guess what? Season 2 of Queen Sugar is back. Please forgive the lighting. I'm in a different location, much different from where I usually would film my videos. So, at least you can hear the dialogue because we're just here to dialogue and chat about the Bordelons being back. Charlie, Nova, Ralph Angel, Aunt Vi, Micah, Blue, they're back and we're so excited. And as you know, this is a 2-night premiere. I'm going to review the first hour of what we've seen so far, and I must say that it touched on a lot of issues that are affecting families and communities today, particularly in the Black community. When we open up, of course, we open up with Miss Nova, honey. Miss Nova done got her a new boo, or maybe it's just a man of the night for her, honey. A very awkward moment with her and this dude. I said, damn, I thought it was Calvin. She done found her another new piece of white chocolate, honey. And she was like, well, he was like, well, you know, I had a good time last night. I was like, hell, it's like he doing the damn walk of shame. Like, Nova be hitting him like that? So that's where we open up. We don't open up with what we left off with, because if you remember in last season, Ralph Angel and Darla were knocking around in the house. I think Darla was the one that found this box, and we found this codicil to his dad's will, which left everything to Ralph Angel and not his sisters, as the original document said. My concern now, I don't know if anybody was watching, but do you think that Darla will likely be the one to spill the beans about what she knows about the Bordelons? Well, their finances, okay. Charlie, as you know, has decided to expand her horizons, expand her own empire, and try to do it outside the shadows of Davis West, her soon-to-be, we hope, ex-husband. Because I'm rooting for her and Remy to end up in a relationship that both of them are deserving of. So she's pitching her business idea to some investors about the Queen Sugar Mill, and they're ready to sign off until she's like, this is my deal. And they were like, but we thought Davis was going to sign off. Well, I don't know if we can give you the full backing without Davis. I'm like, first of all, what the hell is Davis going to do? He is not the one that has helped build his own empire. It is her that has been willing and dealing and making things happen for him. And you are now trying to make her feel she's just a female, a helpless female who happens to be the wife of a multimillionaire basketball player. When will the good old boys club ever learn that us girls can be just as business savvy as any white male or any male, period? Okay? Never underestimate the power of an educated Black woman, especially when you tell us we can't do something. And that's what I really like about Charlie. She has that, oh, tell me I can't, and I will. But that's disappointing because Remy is like, so y'all still ain't divorced. I can't be seen out with you like this. I'm a respectable Southern gentleman, and this is just not going to work for me. So I can understand Remy's not understanding, but Remy, you being a local person, it's hard for you to understand, especially a marriage like theirs who has so many entanglements and a child. You gotta unwind, and Charlie definitely should not go down without a fight for what she is entitled to. So just be a little patient, Remy. Comment down below if you think Remy should be a little bit more patient. Aunt Violet, she I guess, I can't remember. Help me remember. Did Aunt Violet get the little cafe that she worked out of? Did somebody buy that for her, or did she buy it, or was it given over to her? Or I think she became the manager. And I love the fact that Aunt Vi has finally learned the lesson of what second chances are. So many people end up making mistakes, but they're never forgiven for those mistakes. So I was glad to learn when oh, what is his name? The old man farmer that was Pop's BFF. But either way, he was like, so who's back there cooking? And she was like, ain't no new guys, it's gals. She pulled these women from their halfway house and are giving them a second chance. And as you know, when we say halfway house, we're talking about women that are transitioning from prison to society. And I thought that was great. More businesses should consider doing it, especially when it's offenders that, number one, are nonviolent, and number two, those that have not committed some sort of financial fraud, because you definitely got to watch your cash rap. You know, if they, okay. Either way, I do believe in second chances, so shout out to Aunt Vi for that. She's also pining away for her beloved Hollywood. Now, this relationship for me is complicated because I understand why Hollywood lied about his marital status. But at the same time, how you gonna get mad at Aunt Vi for getting mad at you for lying about the fact that you had a wife that has a mental health condition? I don't understand that part, Hollywood. Either way, you two know y'all want to be together. Vi has forgiven you for lying, and now can't you just go ahead and get some understanding? And just because she was out dancing with some man don't mean she took him home. You didn't even stick around long enough to see the whole story. Ralph Angel is out here farming, him and Blue is just absolutely so adorable. Go faster, Papa. Go faster, Daddy. I'm just like, oh, isn't he cute? But this tractor is going to be a point of contention with this business dealing between him and his sisters. Darla is still in the picture, honey. They just a little ready-made family, ain't they? And I'm proud of Darla in this particular episode and I'm proud of the writers for allowing us to see a little bit more of Darla's narrative, because, you know, at first in last season, she was a villain to us. How could you abandon your child? How could you take your child out to turn a trick? But now we see that there is redemption there. We see her at her, alcoholics or what is it, AA meeting, being just transparent about her situation, how uncomfortable she was with going to this family dinner that is going to be held. Because, you know, last season we watched Violet just go off and how she would never sign off on Blue being with Ralph Angel, and just it was a mess. And we can, I think if Darla really sits back, you can understand. But at the same time, she can't continue to be punished. She's now getting her life on track and just trying to do the right thing for her son. And also even try to be there for Ralph Angel. But my thing is, she keeps asking, when is Ralph Angel going to tell his sisters about this codicil that he found? And I have a feeling, as I've stated earlier, is that Darla will be the one to spill the beans about that, whether Ralph Angel wants to or not. So Micah's parents have bought him this nice luxury car. What was that, a Jaguar? I think it was a Jaguar, or was it a Maserati? A Jag, this little, I think that's what it was. But either way, a nice luxury car for his 16th birthday. Very flashy, something that could get a young person in trouble. But Micah's a very responsible young man. But I think what Davis failed to realize in this narrative is that he's 16. We also see Hollywood reaching out to Ralph Angel to find out, how's everyone doing? But you're not really calling to see how everyone is doing. Hollywood, you're calling to see, how's that Aunt Vi of mine? But he calls her something else. I can never quite catch the name. Shy. I think that's what he called her. How Shy. But Ralph Angel was like, you're not going to catch me up in your trick bag. He said... Ralph Angel said, if you want to know what's going on with Aunt Vi, you call Aunt Vi. Okay, that's what you do, okay? Also, let me skip back real quick. There was a scene, I guess these appeared to be like college people or the sorority sisters of Nova. She goes to meet with them, and there was an interesting but small tidbit about people becoming parents without husbands. I guess her friend that was the baby shower they were having had decided to go out on her own and have a baby. And then one lady was like, I'm sorry, I really want a husband and a child, and then a child, which tends to be the natural order of things. Even just me, like I joke about it, but it is not a joke. Being a single pet parent is a struggle too. Especially when you've had someone around to help and then all of a sudden that help is gone. I know that's not the equivalent of having a child, but let's just be real. These days, animals got more rights than humans, because hell, you leave a dog at home too long, they'll come get you and arrest you and give you 40 years in prison, possibly. Let me not get on this, because I was just thinking about Philando Castile being shot down like a stray dog in that street or in that car, and I'm thinking, how could you let someone get off? But let me not talk about that right now. Let's continue on with the happiness that is Queen Sugar. You want that sugar? Give me some sugar. So it's ladies' night out. Vi ready to go shake a tail feather. Nova is ready to shake a tail feather. Talking about let's take Charlie out on Micah's birthday, because you know when she was pregnant with him 16 years ago, we were just waiting for him to be born because she was just so extra about it. But Vi like, girl, you just trying to go on the man hunt. But I'm gonna go with you though, girl. Girl, Vi was lit like no other, honey. She was that tipsy aunt at the family reunion, okay? She was just, I've been calling Hollywood for the longest, and oh my God, he just has not called me back. I was just, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life without Hollywood. Jesus. And then, you know, they were talking about Davis, and lo and behold, get ready to get on the dance floor. Look who the hell out with some white woman. Davis West, all hugged up in the club, in the VIP section. And I'm like, aren't y'all still supposed to be holding yourselves out as husband and wife until this too shall pass? Like she done got over it, yay trying to set it up and stage it so that everything will be okay. Because everything in your career is a strategic move, Davis West. And you would be nothing without that beautiful Charlie, Bordelons West, at your side. So they confront him, and Charlie is like, really? This what you out doing, and you not out with your son? He's like, well, my son, you know, he wanted to go hang out with his girlfriend. He didn't want to hang out. He just kicked me to the curb. And I'm just like, really, Ninja? Really? That's the excuse you're going to come up with? Of course, you know, teenagers going to be teenagers, but really you couldn't put in a little bit more effort to make your son want to hang out with you or stay with you. Then here come drunk ass on fire. I'm going to tell you something. You wouldn't be nothing without Charlie. I was like, oh Lord, somebody go get her a cup of coffee or something, because she just let go and let have. I said, he do need his sorry ass kid, because you know y'all supposed to be keeping up an image. So, do you see anybody with cameras filming us? I don't. It was just like, that's besides the point, Davis. The point is that until you are divorced, you should pretend that y'all still married and happy and loving it, okay? But the thing that bothered me the most is that he was out with a white woman. And no, I do not have a problem with interracial dating at all. But I'm just saying, because, you know, Charlie was fair-skinned. It was a fair-skinned black woman. His hoe that he was messing around with was a Latina. And now he just went full frontal white. And to us, particularly black females in the community, we're like, guess Charlie wasn't light enough for you, okay? There is a color code in the community. I'm just going to say that. But let me revisit this topic real quick about becoming a parent without a significant other. All I'm going to say is this: do you, everyone, but hopefully you have a village around you. Me personally, at my age, I have no vested interest in having children. And if I do have children, it would be a surrogate, or I will adopt some kids. And preferably adoption is on the table. I'll take them 3 and up, because by age 3, they should be potty trained and they should know how to pick up after themselves. Okay, I'm just saying. But to each his own. But for me, I'm out on that deal. I like my freedom entirely too much. And I know friends that are in their 40s that are attempting to have children. And oh, Godspeed to them. And if I can be there in any capacity to help, as I am the villager, you know, I will. But it's just not for me. I hate that, because it would have been nice to have had someone with my DNA running around. But then again, that's not totally out. I mean, a surrogate is still on the table. But as for my 40-year-old body, I don't want it. I think I got traumatized as a kid when my mom had my brother, because I was 9 and I was like in the maternity ward. I wasn't like in there, but this woman was so loud and screaming. And if you've watched my other videos, you've heard me say this, that she was like, I don't want it, take it out. Take it out! Oh my God! I was like, okay, yeah, I don't think I'll be having any children, and I haven't. I've been fortunate enough, never been pregnant. Yeah, I never. So again, Darla was at this AA meeting, and she was speaking about not wanting to go to the family dinner, and in my mind, I was thinking, Darla, just go. You're there for Ralph Angel. You're not there for them. If they can't accept you, you know how Ralph Angel feels about you. And so she showed up to the dinner. She was late. He took her off to the side to talk to her. And, you know, Ralph Angel is like that typical black male who doesn't feel as though going to therapy and group therapy and that type of thing is going to be beneficial for anyone. And Darla had to set the record straight. She's talking about, no, he was like, you're not going back, are you? And she was like, no, I'm doing the steps to stay sober. The disease I have, it's a lifetime thing. This is who I am. It will never be behind me. And, you know, Ralph Angel is just going to have to be educated on that of being an addict. And not only that, though, but he was like, well, I was in prison and I don't ever talk about what happened there. I don't want to go back to that. You know, and that's just how you're going to deal with it. But Ralph Angel, if you need to go see somebody, go see somebody. There's nothing wrong with talking about your struggles in your past. You know, I'm glad that that is being addressed in the Black community. We need to stop making people feel bad for seeking the help that they need to make them be the better people that they are. Therapy ain't for everybody. But if you want to get better, if you want to become a better you or discover who you really are, therapy can be a great thing. I mean, I've done it. I'm still doing it. I mean, because it has helped me execute some of the things I want to do. I launched a website. Now, I ain't done nothing with the website, but I plan to get to writing this summer. I do plan to do that. At this dinner, though, Ralph Angel has decided to plant soybeans along with this sugar cane. I think that they were doing because they're going to try to recoup their money. And I thought that was a wise thing. We also learned that Ralph Angel, without consulting his sisters, had his beloved father's tractor repaired and did not tell anyone. And Charlie was like, okay, everybody happy Ralph Angel will save some money. Because he was like, well, it was going to cost $15,000 to replace. But I got him to do it for $5,000 or something like that. And so she was like, well, that's all well and good, but we could have bought a brand new tractor and depreciated it as a write-off. Use the depreciation as a write-off. And that's true. From an economic standpoint, it would have been better to not have the tractor repaired and just let it go. Hell, you could have parked it in the barn. But it's sentimental to Ralph Angel, and his father died trying to save that farm. So I understand, but at the same time, from a business perspective, we cannot continue to thrive on sentiment. We have to make money. I'm with Charlie on that. Micah out riding around and getting it until this ornery redneck highway patrolman pulls him over, pulls a gun on him, because Micah is doing everything that the officer tells him, or trying to be as cooperative as possible. And of course, he ends up going to jail and being terrified out of his mind. And in my mind, I was thinking, you don't know whose child you just pulled over, do you? It's going to be on and popping. Davis, while they at the table praying, been blowing up the phone. Nobody can find Micah in this time of crises. Vi finally gets Hollywood to answer to comfort her because they can't find Micah. I'm glad them two are talking. I hope they get back together. They know they love one another. And when they find Micah's car, it's just, the dude just left the car there. I'm like, so you just going to arrest this child for driving while black and leave his car out there on the side of the highway? So when they get to the station, just what I knew would happen. Davis shows up. Half the cops in the precinct recognize who he is. One dude even was bold enough to ask for a selfie. But you know what, to get my baby out, if somebody said, I know who you are, Miss Diva, can I get a selfie to get your, before you get your child? Because Davis is very cool, calm, and collect. Charlie ready to tear off heads. And she was pissed because he took the selfie. But I'm like, you do what you got to do to get your child out of jail. Because Micah had no business being there. And poor Micah was so terrified. And the cuffs apparently were on so tight you could see the red imprint in his little light skin. And then Charlie going off telling Dave. I'm like, just shut the hell up. My friend Tara on Twitter said, Charlie needs to reduce her testosterone levels. She's been in control so long her ovaries have left the premises. And Tara, don't you ever stop posting what you're thinking, girl, because the diva loves it, okay? I'm telling you, OWN should give us our own after show for these shows. Do it, OWN. She also said that Charlie is a reminder for all women that you can be strong without emasculating a man to prove your strength. That is a life lesson. And that, Miss Tara, I agree with as well. But of course, I agree with almost everything you say because I love the craziness. Now, when Darla did come in for this dinner, because I'm going to have to go back and forth because I can't completely keep everything together. But when Darla showed up for this dinner, it was nice to see that everyone's accepting of her. And Blue, after they said the prayer, he said he missed Pop. I was like, oh my God, this baby's going to make me start crying. He is absolutely adorable. The fight that happened outside the jail, I think the reason why that happened is because honestly, Charlie just feels like I can't make a move without Davis. Everything, I can't save my own child without Davis. I truly believe that is why Charlie was in her feelings when it came to Davis showing up at the jail and working his charm and being Davis West. But I'm like, you're the woman behind the man, and he's the one that everybody sees and sees as a hero, a gladiator, and that's just how it is. Just be grateful that he was there for his son instead of being one of those deadbeat fathers saying, I don't give a fuck what happens to him. He can stay overnight for all I care. But he did nothing wrong but driving while black. Darla is pumping the brakes on her relationship with her and Ralph Angel. He's like, you're not breaking up with me, are you? I was like, oh. She was like, no, I just need to work on me. I'm just like, okay, girl. Y'all been wanting this so long, but now you backing off. And the family even is accepting you. I just hope she's not getting ready to go out on a binger. That's all I'm hoping for. Nova is still in search of Calvin, or trying to, I think that she's trying to lose herself in every white piece of chocolate she finds. And I do not believe it's going to be an effective quest. I think that at the end of the day, Calvin is who you want to be with. And if Calvin is who you want to be with, so shall it be. Charlie, on the other hand, this forged signature is going to come back and bite you in the ass. I see that coming out. But I understand, girl. Do what you got to do. And he's still your husband. And technically, you have power of attorney. So, I don't know. Was it legal for you to sign on his behalf? I don't know. But anyways, that is part 1. That is episode 1. A shout out to DirecTV for making sure that Diva got to see this as live TV. For 7 days, DirecTV are giving customers free access, and after that, it's $50 a month to stream certain shows or certain TV channels live. So thank you, because right now I don't have live TV anymore. I am trying out living life without with internet, basically, and antenna TV. Isn't that awesome? So thank you guys for joining the conversation, for watching this video for season 2, episode 1 of Queen Sugar. The Diva will be back here reviewing episode 2 on tomorrow. This episode 1 was called After the Winter, and it addressed a lot of issues, from the family dynamics to addiction to police brutality, Black Lives Matter, because I know Nova's going to get on it, and even being a single parent and choosing to be a single parent without that partner in your life to help you. So comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to comment, share this. And positive criticism is always, but to call somebody out their name, y'all need to really stop. Thank God that YouTube is good about censoring people posting that stuff, because some of the stuff I read when people comment just for attention is what I think it is. It's wholly unnecessary. But anywho, thank you guys for joining. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. or today, because by the time I finish editing, this will be today. But my friend Akello Stone and I will be talking about the generational gap. I think it's important to plug this in at the end of this review, because if you look at it, there is a generational gap in Queen Sugar too. Because remember, Prosper, that's his name. Prosper had a different approach in how to be a farmer versus how everyone else saw it, and how technology and stuff works in season 1. But again, thank you guys for joining me. Comment down below. You've been all that, and I have been Miss Afia the Diva. And please join me tomorrow on my Facebook channel as we discuss the generation gap.